A new twist in the desperate search for Hannah Kobyashi.
We urge Ms. Kobayashi to contact her family, law enforcement, or personnel at the U.S. Embassy to let us know that she is safe.
Police now reclassifying the investigation as a, quote, voluntary missing persons case after evidence showed her leaving the country.
She was alone with her luggage and appeared unharmed.
Investigators say her social media showed signs of wanting to disconnect. The frenzy to find her started November 8th when the 30-year-old aspiring photographer left her home in Hawaii to visit an aunt in New York. Security cameras caught her walking off the jetway at LAX for a connecting flight to JFK. But after missing that connection, her family had claimed that she was killing time until she could make a different flight, captured briefly in this YouTube video at a Nike event in the Grove. She was also spotted with a mystery man in Los Angeles. But as hours turned to days, family members report strange texts from Kobayashi, claiming her identity had been stolen. And in one message, she wrote, "I got tricked pretty much into giving away all my funds for someone I thought I loved. It's been really scary." But now, police say on the morning of November 12th, Kobayashi was seen on unreleased video heading into Mexico after buying a bus ticket at LA's Union Station.
We reviewed video surveillance from U.S. Customs and Border Protection, which clearly shows Kobayashi crossing the United States border on foot into Mexico.
Police now saying they believe she intentionally missed her flight and say the man she was spotted with is cooperating with police and cleared of any wrongdoing.
To date, the investigation has not uncovered any evidence that Kobayashi is being trafficked or is the victim of foul play.
But Kobayashi's family says they're not giving up, reeling from yet another tragedy after her father ended his life after weeks of searching for his daughter. Speaking to NBC just recently.
It is every parent's worst nightmare for sure.
The family now releasing a statement saying in part, "We want answers and a resolution that ensures Hannah's safety," urging authorities to keep their focus on finding Hannah as police urge Hannah to reach out to her family.
I'm very sorry to the family for all that they've been through throughout this ordeal.
Marissa Parra, NBC News.
We now want to bring in Hannah's sister, Sydney, and the Kobayashi family attorney, Sara Azari, who you know, of course, from Top Story. We thank you both for joining us tonight. Sydney, I want to start with you. And first of all, I'm so sorry for what your family has gone through over the last few weeks. I can't even imagine. What is your reaction to the news that Hannah was seen seemingly unharmed crossing the border into Mexico, and now police are basically classifying this as a, quote, voluntary missing persons case?
I mean, we found out the same day as the public did, so we're very shocked. We were taken back, frustrated. We didn't have any confirmation at all, like from LAPD, that there was actually, like, haven't been shown that there was footage at all for us to confirm as her family that actually was in fact her. So right now, you know, as I've stated previously in a statement, we kind of just feel left in the dark, and we're just confused and just frustrated more than anything right now.
Sara, explain this to us. You're the family attorney. I mean, what does this mean, a voluntary missing persons case? Does this mean that they are no longer looking for her, that she is not in danger?
That sounds like it. And, you know, voluntary, Thomas, is such a broad term. You know, she's seen walking across the border by herself, but it takes a lot more digging and investigation to be able to say it's voluntary. I don't know that there's any digital investigation. I don't know what more they've done. They've just reached this conclusion and told the family without really showing them any footage, having them identify Hannah. And so I get the frustration because it's the police saying it's voluntary, but to the family, it's very, it's not like her at all to just disappear like this. She's never disappeared before.
Sydney, your family did an interview with our Ellison Barber a few weeks ago. I want to play a quick clip of something your aunt said. Let's listen.
What we have believed to be telling people is true, and we cannot speak more on that. But it has been confirmed to us that Hannah is in danger.
Very tough moment for your family there, your late father there as well. Your family's very clearly distressed in this video, saying it's been confirmed that Hannah is in danger. But now police are saying there's no evidence of foul play. Can you expand on what the family's fears were at the time and if they still remain?
I mean, yeah, our fears were just because she's never done this before. You know, she's traveled, she's, you know, gone to different places, but she's always checked in. She's always let us know what's going on. And she's been like my best friend my entire life. You know, she's always kept close to me, if or more than anyone in our lives. And for us, we're very concerned at the fact that, you know, she hasn't even reached out to anybody. She hasn't sent any messages, nothing like that.
Yeah, Sydney. Yeah, and I feel like I have to ask you this. Does your sister have any kind of history of having issues with her mental health and or substance abuse issues that may have led her astray to kind of sort of leave the family and leave you guys guessing and head to Mexico? No,
I wouldn't say that. I think that the thing that we fear the most is because you hear all of these stories and, you know, of like trafficking and like women that travel alone, you know, they get drugged or, you know, just some random person can come up and, you know, just take advantage of them. So that's our biggest fear is that.
So wait, just to be clear, yeah, you're afraid she possibly is a victim of sexual trafficking?
That's definitely one of our possibilities, but we can't discount anything at this point. You know, like, but that's definitely one of our biggest fears. Yeah.
Yes. No, I hear you, Sarah. You know, I have to ask you. There have been a lot of resources spent on this case in trying to find Hannah. There's been a lot of media attention, and there's a lot of women who are missing out there somewhere in the United States, somewhere in the world that are in danger. And with this case, police are telling us it doesn't seem like she's in danger. What is the next step for the family and for people like you?
Well, I mean, I disagree with the LAPD, and I work with the LAPD all the time, and their conclusion that she's not in danger. We don't know that. They saw her allegedly crossing the border about 2 weeks ago. We don't know what's happened to her since then. And so what's ahead for us is that obviously me and my investigative team have just stepped into the case, and we're not going to give up on trying to find her. Are you actively trying to find her? I mean, will you go to Mexico? Yes, we're going to be deploying colleagues down there to help us continue the search for her down there.
And this is on behalf of the family. What if she doesn't want to be found?
Well, I think that needs to be confirmed with her, but the family's concerned about her well-being, so at least she needs to be located.
Sydney, before we go, what message do you have for your sister in case she's watching this tonight?
You know, I just can't stress it enough how loved you are and how, you know, supported you are from like all of your friends and loved ones here. We're really worried about you, Hannah, and, you know, no matter what situation you're in, you always have a home to come to. And, yeah, just like if you could just give us a sign that you're okay or reach out or something, just we're really worried and just know that we love you so much.
Sydni Kobayashi, the sister of Hannah. I am so sorry again for everything that you've gone through and your family has gone through over the past few weeks. Sara Azari, we thank you as always for joining our show.
Thanks for